Yeah, I think when you look at the areas where we lost it, giving up a defensive touchdown on the interception, giving up a special teams touchdown, and then losing the penalty battle. That's kind of where we lost that game. And had some yards, did some good things at times, but crucial areas on the road, we fell short.
In the second half, what do you think about Pat's decision making, how he handled the blitz, all those kind of things?
I thought he did a good job. There were some plays we'd like to have back, but more so up front, communicating, picking up different things. But I thought he hung in there. You could tell by the end of the game the shoulder was getting a little tired, but he kept battling and gave us a chance to win.
Did you ever consider putting Nick in at any point in time just for a play or two, just to kind of give him a little relief or do a different play?
No.
What do you think the biggest difference was, maybe late third, fourth quarter, that maybe K-State did to kind of clamp down to on what you guys were doing?
I don't know if they did anything. We just didn't execute like we should have. Had some third and shorts, things of that nature would have kept drives going. Just didn't execute.
Any of those fourth down calls that you went for it on, would you go back and do it differently?
No, the first one, just felt like field goals wasn't going to get it done. Had a good call on, just didn't finish it. Then the other two, just we're going to be aggressive, and like I said, I didn't think field goals at that time would be enough.
It seems like the illegal man downfield is being called not only on you but a lot of teams. Would you like to see that redefined or redone a little bit given the spread offenses and how things go?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of gray area, so you either go one way or the other, but we just had to do a better job of tightening it up. Some of those plays, the lineman isn't even designed to be down the field and ends up down the field, so we need to clean that up.
What do you see from West Virginia on both sides of the ball and special teams that concerns you?
Yeah, defensively, I think Coach Gibson is one of the best in the country at playing spread offenses, has a really good plan, brings pressure, drops eight a bunch, does a good job taking away your run game, and I've been really impressed with him. So year in, year out, he does a tremendous job versus us. And then offensively, they run the ball very well. Dana's done a good job adapting to his personnel, has a great O-line. The quarterback's playing at a high level, has some really good wideouts. So they're a good team. I mean, they're a top 25 team for a reason, and we'll have to play very well.
Balin Brown had mentioned in the post-game press conference that in the second half against K-State, they'd started bringing 6-7-man pressure, and at times it just looked like the offensive line was on ice skates a little bit. I mean, where's the biggest issue for them right now, or what they have to get cleaned up?
Yeah, just to get better. I mean, that's all it is. They brought some pressures, but they brought some of the same pressures in the first half when we handled it. We just didn't play as well in the second half. Like I said, still had a bunch of yards, had a bunch of drives, could have scored points, just didn't get it done. Got to find a way to finish those drives and score more points.
After you looked at the film, did you like the way that the defense played? At least did it play more consistently, maybe what you were looking for from this team?
Yeah, I mean, it was improved, I'd say. Had some key stops where we had a chance to take leads, and offensively we didn't convert, but still have to clean up a lot. As far as their running game, I thought they were able to do some things that we'd like to take away. But I thought both sides of the ball played hard till the end, didn't give up, and kept fighting.
From what you've seen on film so far this year, is West Virginia as much of a Big 12 championship contender as the rest of the teams that they're up, top of the standings with right now?
Yeah, I'm not really sure who all is at the top. I know they haven't lost a game, so I'd assume they're in that conversation. They're a good team. I think they play really good defense. The quarterback's playing at a very high level, like I said. Experienced offensive line. Dana does a good job schematically, week in, week out, trying to take advantage of what you're doing defensively. So I think they're a good team.
With the spread offenses, it seems like they get the rap that they only throw it around the yard, and last year you saw it finish in the top 2 in rushing. Why do you think that is, that they get that rap that they can't run the ball as proficiently as they seem to show week in and week out?
You're talking about West Virginia?
West Virginia.
Yeah, I mean, last year they ran it, I think, 57 times versus us. So I've known he's been doing that the last 3 or 4 years. He's run heavy, and so I don't know what they call his offense, but he's definitely pushed that way where he's running it more than he throws it.
What do you think about their safety, Kazir White, and how
He's a good player. I think their entire defense is good, really. Like I talked about, year in, year out, when we play them schematically, they do a great job of trying to take away what you're good at, and it'll be a big challenge. Last year, we weren't very physical, and they got after us, and we need to be up to the challenge this year.
Do you think this last game was maybe the best that your groups of wide receivers have played from a production standpoint since you've been here?
I don't know. Thought we left a lot out there. Thought Pat had some really good throws, made some good plays. We had some balls we could have finished. But they're getting better. Numbers-wise, we're playing a lot of guys, and they're all kind of keeping that level, which is what we want.
When you make the decision to go for it on fourth down, and you're looking at maybe midfield, are you making that decision a couple of plays ahead, knowing that maybe the punt's not going to be that effective, just given the field position? Is that kind of what you look at more than anything else, or is it about it's 4th and 7, we're tied, we got to go for it?
No, it's I mean, based on a lot of different things, situationally, how the game's going, where we're at, if we're stopping them, if we're not stopping them. So a lot of factors, and generally, when we cross the 50, we have a pretty good idea if we're going to go for it or not.
You said Pat seemed to be getting tired there, and the shoulder was tired there late in the game. Is that something you think is going to linger over the next couple of weeks, or do you guys know that?
I don't. I think it was just he really pushed it to be out there this past week. A lot of guys would not have played in that game. He wanted to play and threw it really well. So it'll just continue to get better and better.
When did y'all know that he would play? When was that decision made?
Later in the week. So
Kliff, how would you or have you handled it if there were any sexist, racist, or other offensive language used in your locker room?
that did not sound like one of your questions. Somebody put you up to that one. I mean, I'm never back there to even hear it, so I hope none of that's going on, but we'll leave that to the politicians to discuss.
Anything else? But how's Kiki progressed over the last month? What have you maybe seen from him what you wanted?
Yeah, he's gotten better. We asked him after last year, we didn't think he was physical enough in the run game, and talked to him about that, being a complete wide receiver. We've always known he's dynamic with the ball in his hands, but really shown great hands, great speed, great elusiveness in the open field, and become a much more complete wideout, and still just a true sophomore.
When y'all put him in to return the punt that one time, was that something that y'all been wanting to do?
No, it was just a feel thing. He was kind of hot right then. He wanted the ball, and so we let him have a shot at it. That's kind of how we go offensively, and special teams the same way. If a player has gotten on a roll or he's hot, we try to get him the ball.
What are a couple things that you feel like your team needs to do this weekend to bring home a win?
Yeah, we just have to be better in those crucial areas. We haven't won the turnover battle, I think, since week 1, which is hard to win in college football without doing that. Penalties, we had 100 yards last week. You have to bring that way down. And to me, those are the two biggest things. Special teams can't give up big plays. The week before, we had the safety, had a couple other miscues, and this past week, the kickoff return. So I think that's key. We haven't played a very clean game the last 2 weeks, and we got to definitely do that.
Is special teams something you'll spend more time on this week, or do you feel like you've already done that? It's more of a mental thing, not a...
Yeah, I think it's a mental thing. Our kickers have to perform at a higher level, and punters, and that's where we're at. And we've worked with them, and we know they can do it. We believe in them. They just have to do it on Saturday.
What's Kingsbury's status this week?
We're not sure yet. He'll be day-to-day this week and pretty much moving forward.
Has he done anything on the practice field in the last week?
He has.
For most of that game against K-State, you guys were squibbing the ball. As far as kicking it to Byron Pringle right before the half, did you guys put it in a bad spot where you kicked it, or was it just the coverage?
Yeah, we squibbed it after that play. So, no, we didn't kick it where we wanted to kick it. We didn't kick it through the end zone with the wind, which is something we got to be able to do. And then he made a good play, and we didn't cover it very well. And then we decided to start squibbing it.
What were your feelings when you saw Jakeem scooting down the sideline for TV?
Yeah, somebody sent that to me. Excited for him. He, it looks like the tape sped up. That's how fast he is out there, and just awesome to see, knowing how hard he's worked and that it's paying off for him.
How bad is Derek Lewis injured the other
We'll see. Same deal, day to day. I saw him in the training room today walking around. Not sure of his status just yet. We'll try and get him loosened up today and tomorrow and see if he can go.